The Somaliland government has today unveiled a new water quality control laboratory in Hargeisa, Somaliland capital, in a bid to tackle the increased waterborne diseases in the country. The launching ceremony was attended by Somaliland government officials, including the Vice President and delegate from Djibouti. Contaminated water and a lack of sanitation are killers in many African countries where waterborne diseases are a constant threat to health. Research says only 30% of Somalis have access to clean water, leaving the majority vulnerable to several life-threatening diseases. The launching of Hargeisa Water Quality Control Laboratory, which is a regional bacteriological water testing and chemical analysis laboratory, no doubt makes a huge difference. The General Manager of Hargeisa Water Agency, Muhammad Ali Darot, in the launching event, established that the mandate of the agency is to supply clean pipe-borne water to the people of Hargeisa, adding that the introduction of the country's leading water quality control laboratory will spur the proper monitoring of the quality of water supply to the entire Hargeisa. We have to work hard on how to make a long-term policy and create what's called subsurface dams, because the dams that the people of Hargeisa drink now will not last. Then we have to capture the waters in the valleys. Yes, we are planning on how to do that right now. The second plan going on is to build a large hydro project which the agency is highly concerned about in Hargeisa, which we believe will take off the burden of the entire city of Hargeisa. This is the plan we're currently pursuing. He said the water testing laboratory was launched to tackle the increased waterborne diseases in the country. The Vice President of Somaliland, Abdurrahman Selehi, eschewed the need for the establishment of the laboratory, adding that it will save not only the many lives of the Hargeisa, but the entire nation at large.
Ceremony for operating the laboratory test for water, it will reduce the epidemic diseases when it's clean, the water is cleaned and tested. So I'm very happy to attend the launching of this laboratory test.
Other government officials highlighted the importance of this laboratory for the country.
The significance is better water, better health, and it's good for the community, because this is prevention of all the waterborne diseases is going to be addressed. And also, of course, how many of our people die of waterborne diseases?
Water has been scientifically proved to be a universal solvent. Its use and significance in our life cannot be overemphasized. But if water is dirty, waterborne disease can be as dangerous as anything. This is Hargeisa Water Quality Control, and here is the manager of this laboratory.
Actually, this laboratory will be beneficial to the people in Hargeisa, because we will be testing the quality of water used in Hargeisa city. This laboratory is actually very standard, and it will be able to test the different quality parameters of drinking water. We have the physical parameters like the turbidity, TDS, conductivity. We also have microbiological testing in that room. We have microbiological parameters like total coliforms, fecal coliforms, and E. coli. We also have all the chemical parameters. We are using spectrophotometric, one of the best techniques to determine or to know the concentrations of metal ions in the water. We are testing the metal ions that determines the taste, okay, of the water. For example, if you have a high content of calcium and magnesium in your water, that will increase the hardness of water. So we determine in this laboratory, in Hargeisa Water Quality Laboratory, we determine the total hardness to know exactly how hard that water is. We're also testing toxic and heavy metals in this laboratory. We are testing cadmium, we are testing copper, we are testing arsenic. These metals are really very toxic if they are above the standard, and somebody uses for a long period of time. It actually causes very serious health problems. So we are testing here in Hargeisa Water Quality Control Laboratory periodically, like every 3 months and every half a year. For the microbiological tests, we test it routinely, daily. These parameters should be tested daily because they change over time. They change every day. They change. So we normally test microbiological tests daily. Also, the physical parameters, we test them also daily. And here, if you can see, here we have the spectrophotometric, and these are the chemicals that we use for the chemicals for the determination of ions or cations.
The laboratory manager Shuaib Ahmed affirmed that every water treatment plant has different standards and tests that they run. But by having your water tested by yourself, you will know that a comprehensive analysis has been done on your water's quality. He appreciated the support from within and outside the country.
Just thank anybody who participated in establishing this laboratory, because it took like many years to establish. So I would like to thank the manager, Hargeisa Water Quality General Manager, Mr. Mohammed Ali Darod. I would like to also thank my co-workers who really worked so hard to establish this water laboratory. The equipments are very expensive. Also, the chemicals are very expensive because they are European standard. We bought the chemicals from Merck, Millibor, and Sigma Aldrich. They are very expensive and very good quality chemicals. So we'll make sure to ask fund from the government, and we will have analysis for the private.
The Hargeisa Water Agency, which has been functioning for the past 40 years, has succeeded in introducing such a water testing laboratory for the first time in its history.